Hello everyone, today we will talk about the transit of Venus. Transiting Venus is in quincunx with the natal moon. How transiting Venus will behave in quincunx with the natal moon depends on the position of the natal moon. This transit may be more prominent in your life if you already have planets in aspect to your natal moon. But the basics are as follows. When transiting Venus forms a transiting quincunx aspect with the natal moon, it causes certain troubles at that time. Namely, in your sense of empathy and compassion for others, an intriguing dynamic takes place that requires adjustments and reconsideration. Although right now you need caressing, tenderness and a lot of love, that's not the reason why you don't feel well, but because you simply long for it. So you don't feel very social, but your partner or family obligations are pulling you away from home. Alternatively, you might want to go out and enjoy yourself with your partner or socialize, but then you soon realize that you are more needed at home by your family and vice versa. When we look at this whole situation and all these demands in the world of emotions, in order to enjoy a harmonious emotional life, we need to find our inner balance, which is impossible with the quincunx. Venus, known as the planet of love, beauty, and partner relationships, exerts its influence by infusing charm and the desire for harmony in these relationships. The moon signifies emotions, instincts, and subconscious patterns. With these two planets interacting through a quincunx angle of 150 degrees often associated with disharmony, the person will experience a period of emotional dissonance or confusion regarding personal wants versus emotional needs. And when that's the situation, then we treat ourselves with sweets, shopping, or whatever gives us comfort that will be hard to resist. Individuals will think this is a good time for a massage appointment, a hair appointment, meeting a very good partner or spending time with their mother if relationships are good. But here, too, there is an uneasy balance between your loyalty to your family or your partner's loyalty and visible other pleasant interests. It's either this or that situation, and you'll probably have to sacrifice something temporarily. As we have already mentioned, even though Venus and the Moon are in relatively good relations, the quincunx itself gives a certain kind of impossibility of achieving what we set out to do. This will manifest as a tension between seeking external validation and cultivating internal emotional security. For individuals with a heavier Moon and Venus, attempts to show love to the opposite party will feel suffocating and manipulative despite their best efforts. Chances are you're not using boundaries effectively or taking things too personally in an effort to nurture others. In any case, it would be best if you try to avoid being too demanding or needy with the opposite party, especially with the family and especially with the mother. But the transit itself is for the pursuit of social connections or aesthetic pleasures that seem at odds with deeper emotional currents or habitual reactions. Either you're trying too hard or you're channeling your energy in the wrong direction. And that's exactly the either-or effect. Individuals who feel quite amoral towards their sexual partner will be prompted by this transit to think about how to reconcile the differences between what is attractive on the outside and what is comforting on the inside. So it's a good time to make it easier if possible. Ride the emotional tides of relationships, but don't jump to conclusions based on impulse. Try not to be too nurturing or intrusive. This could be a particular problem if you are possessive by nature. It's time to be supportive of other people who may need a sense of compassion and care. Managing this transit involves finding creative ways to balance these various influences while managing the potential restlessness or dissatisfaction that results from this complex planetary interplay. Adjustments made during this time will encourage deeper growth in understanding one's own values and emotional landscape. What will ultimately result in us enjoying a certain popularity, that luck smiles at us, and that the time we spend for happy encounters enables the beginning of a relationship in the emotional and sentimental field.